live at TradersPost for January 22nd, 2020. Oh, my mom's birthday's coming up, I better not forget. I'm one of your traders, Tom Hartman, alongside Mike, Path Dependency Christensen, co-founder and CSO of TradersPost. Up to 4 days a week at Price Action Live, we trade in front of you using the advanced trade execution engine known as TradersPost, the epic software that upgrades your trading. Whether trading stocks, futures, options, or crypto, TradersPost has got you covered. Today's stream is brought to you by Blue Sky, the best-in-class prop firm that offers same-day activation, daily payouts, and no max restrictions. Visit bluesky.pro and sign up for your first prop firm account today and trade futures like never before. Use coupon code WELCOME26 to get 50% off your launch plan account for first-time subscribers. We joke all the time, Mike, that we have to pay attention to Truth Social because Donald Black Swan Trump likes to come out and move markets with his truths.
Well, it's happening so frequently, it's not even a Black Swan event anymore. I would say it's more like a 3 Sigma event or 4 Sigma event. It'll happen 1 out of every 100 days. But yeah, so yesterday's price action was momentous. I actually got caught on the other side of it. I had started to build a short right against this VWAP rejection here, and it went sideways for about 20 minutes. And I'm sitting here thinking, all right, why is this thing not continuing? Maybe I should start to pull the position. And then before I had a chance to pull it, we immediately saw almost 200 points of upside here right after he tweeted that he's not going to tariff the Nordic countries anymore. So, or at least for now. The threat of tariffs continues to move markets and cause a lot of excitement. But what it did do on the higher time frames is invalidate this downtrend. Now we had this regression trend that I was trying to keep an eye on, and we had touched it on this 2-hour candle, wicked above it, but then retraced back. And I was thinking, okay, well, I guess that's a continuation of this move here. Then it's going to continue to be bearish. But sure enough, we've exploded outside of that regression trend and started to move into a whole new trend now. So I'm a lot more bullish than I was yesterday. The overnight move was fantastic. I picked up some TQ's shares yesterday as well, because this move getting invalidated is a really good sign. So today I would expect that we may have a pullback to 25.6, and we'll test this as support. Otherwise, let's see what happens if we can blow past 25.8 today.
Right. Well, when I looked at my trading yesterday, like I came into yesterday morning with a bias towards the upside because of where the unmitigated VWAP levels were. And we had one right above at 25.3 and then further up at 25.740. And I should have just held on to the long and just aimed for that direction. The problem is that this sort of drop in the middle of the day, or whatever drop, or let me phrase it in a different way. This is why I like getting into my trend trade as early as possible and just let it ride, because me managing that position was completely the wrong thing. I lost 3 times on the way here and lost 50% of the value of my my funded account when I could have just held on to it, and then it moved up to where it needed to go. What's interesting is that my scalping strategy nailed part of this. It got the long at 8:45, and then it went long again after the Trump tweet. And if I had just let it run normally instead of interfering with it, it would have made the money. This is like, I feel like I went against the TradersPost philosophy here in one sense, where I tinkered around with my my working strategy, thinking I was going to do better than past Tom, who already thought about these different things. So I'm laying off the scalping, like I'm let my scalping strategy run itself, and then I'm just going to focus on a different asset today. We focus on silver, so that both of them could be running in parallel.
Interestingly, my 855 EMA crossover strategy that I've had published for a while now took an excellent long right before the Trump tweet, which is fascinating. Just luck of the draw, really. But it saw this move above the 2 moving averages. Everything started to move in the correct direction, and took the long entry at 282, had a small pullback or drawdown, and then immediately took advantage of this move. Now, this strategy actually trades and holds overnight. So it's been in this move all night with a trailing drawdown way down here at 481, and we'll continue to see this move continue. But This has been a strategy that's been in a drawdown for a while now, so it's nice to see it recovering a little bit here.
Well, hi, Jarmo. Thank you very much for joining us. All right, so I'm currently long silver, and I'm watching. Yeah, and I'm just watching. My Bitcoin trade did not go over well yesterday.
Yeah, I want to see what's going to happen here from the open, because we're already 255 points up from overnight, up 1% pre-market. There's going to be a fairly big gap from the open as well. And as I look at Bookmap, there's been just a lot of congestion and consolidation right here in this price range between 718 and 735. The books are fairly balanced. I'll put on my annoying robot voice over here to tell us if that gets imbalanced. But I see the same amount of orders on either side pre-market. So I'm going to do what I always do, which is to wait a few minutes from the open, at least the 6 minutes, wait for a few bars to come in, wait for volatility to come down. We'll see where ATR is as well. One of the other things that I've noticed is my win rate is pretty bad as I went back and analyzed my ATR values with each incoming trade. When ATR from the open is way above the typical historical values, like days like January 9th, I do really well from the open because volatility is down here at 62 ATR. But on days like yesterday, it's really hard for me to capture that move because the first opening candle was a 226 ATR. That's huge. So what I'm going to try to do is just kind of watch volatility from the open and wait for it to get back down into that sweet spot before I take a trade.
Understood.
One perfect entry. That's the aim.
I am looking for, I mean, I would be looking for a short on MNQ if we got up to 777 or 821, because we're coming up underneath the unmitigated levels, and that's usually a place where I'd be shorting. So,
yep. Well, right out of the gate, it's definitely a very bearish drive. It looks like some profit taking from the overnight.
All right, silver trade going okay, up 300. Let's see how that works. Up 400, so I will move my stop loss to lock in $70.
You want to share your screen there on that one?
Sure.
I don't have a trade yet.
Alrighty.
S43.
And I'm looking to get to 94.95, and that will be my max profit for that eval for today.
S49. S40.
Moving on up.
Bid 48.
Why is NASDAQ so heavy? Where do you say the gap was for NASDAQ? Let's see here.
Well, we opened at roughly 728. So the gap was from 526 to 728, or almost a 200-point gap open. We've already filled some of that gap already with the sell-off.
All right, so we'd have to get down to 523 or something like that.
Yeah, about 50 points of this gap have closed. All right, second candle is appearing to open below VWAP. It's looking a lot more bearish on the 15-minute. It's starting to look like resistance there.
Silver position up 500. Please keep going.
Nice. How's gold doing as well? They were saying they're expecting gold to be at 5,000 by year end, and I go, we'll be there in 2 weeks.
I know. What a low ball.
I know, right? But that was an estimate that was done by either Morgan Stanley or Barclays in December of last year. So, about a month and a half ago, I don't think they expected this continued rally, and neither did
I
I.
see.
As I'm looking at the daily chart for gold, I've been plotting this regression trend, and it just doesn't make any sense. It just keeps touching the extremes of price and time, and it continues to rally. It's nuts.
Well, as long as, because it's China who's buying most of this gold and silver stuff in order to help with their deflationary event right now and to shore up their currency. So as
Yeah.
long as that's still happening, it ain't stopping. But once that stops, whoo boy, that's going to be one hell of a reversal.
That's the thing. I'm more interested in the short on the other side. Eventually, there's going to have to be some profit taking,
That's right.
and a mean reversion trade's going to show up.
Are you watching any of these silver hunters on TikTok or Instagram or whatever? They're going to thrift shops. They're going to all kinds of different places, getting gold, getting silver, melting it down. I just turned $30 into $280 because of this extra silver. It's like,
No,
I
it's
love
hilarious.
the idea of locked value. That there's things that's around you that have value you just don't realize.
Mhm.
And if you just pair the knowledge with the thing that's there, all of a sudden you can find value. There's a shoe store that I go to called Fluvogs. They do these specialty shoes, and every one of these shoes are like a luxury item, but you don't see it as that. And once they're gone, they're gone. And so you can buy a pair of Fluvogs from 30 years ago that you can sell for 3 times more than the initial price, because
Mhm.
if you're a Fluvog collector, that's what you want. And I just love the idea that my closet is filled with shoes that in 10 years are going to be more more valuable. I knew a guy this millionaire who used to collect antique cash registers. And
That's
there's like
interesting.
150 of these people in the world. And they'll spend $50,000, $100,000 on the cash register. And I think about some guy sitting in a junkyard somewhere with 50 cash registers, not realizing he has a gold mine. Just those sort of ideas just drive me crazy.
I'm right there with you. I like the collector shows because they really show how passionate people can get with certain types of things.
Gonna pull back on silver. That's too bad. It's joining the sell-off in Bitcoin and NASDAQ. Well, at least I'll make $240. My stop loss is my take profit. Who was it who was saying that they use silver in order to pass their evals? Was that Sahil?
I don't think so. Sahil's mostly on NQ.
Someone was
Morning,
saying this.
Aventura. What's up? I'm the cloth. I'm the cloth is short and asks, "Have you bought the Rolls Royce yet, Tom?"
No, I wanted to. If I were to get a luxury car, it'll be a Bentley. By far a Bentley.
Good choice.
I like cars where you feel like you could live in them. They're so comfortable. They're so beautiful inside. And outside is just sort of like, nothing to write home about.
All right, looking at a complete close below VWAP here in just a moment. I am short at the moment. Like I said, I want to see if we can come back and test 25.6.
S41.
Well, if I was expect a bounce, it'd be right here, right? At session. No, not
Right
session.
at EV
Overnight
WAP.
VWAP.
Yep.
Yeah. I know I'm so like against multiple legs into a trade, but every time I see a pullback, I have that voice, the Mike's voice in my head. I go, maybe I should add another on this.
I prefer the ability to add to trades so that I can average into my position, test the idea at a small amount up front, and then if I'm wrong, at least I've reduced the size.
Right.
Rather than putting it all on the line right up front.
Bid 41.
And the cloth is out. All right. I hope you're out in profit. Is that the bounce? Yeah, that's the bounce off of VWAP. But does it continue? We're still below the 15-minute VWAP, 262.
Bid
Dead
40.
zone. All right. Silver trade up 720.
Nice. Just keeps going.
Let's hope so. Silver has a great way of pulling back violently.
Did you raise your stop?
Yeah, I have my stop loss is at 240. So fine to walk away with that.
5-point move for on the cloth. Nice. Ah, shoot. Bummer.
Yeah, that's the bounce right there.
Let's give this a look.
Yeah, expect NASDAQ to get to 779. Just when? Yesterday, I expected it to go up to where it is now, 737, and it took that unbelievable round trip. I could not have traded that. I didn't trade it. I failed. All right, check my automatic strategy. Did it take a trade? No.
Bid 44.
All right, the buyers are trying to push this above VWAP here.
Bid 40.
There's a fairly big lot that just appeared at 680 and 660 below. Sellers are ready to toss it back at 735. So we're in this like sort of choppy range again here, where we could see it bounce back and forth here and form an orb for the morning.
Right. What time did the trend start yesterday? Was it at 2 o'clock? Okay, no. So at 12, yeah, at 12 o'clock the trend started. As
The
usual,
initial
10,
trend.
12. The bullish trend on NASDAQ.
Okay, because there was the opening drive and then
That's
the
90.
complete reversal, and then it was Trump's tweet at roughly
2:30, something like that.
1:30 Central. There's
Right.
news at 10.
But the low of the day was at 12.
Okay, so GDP growth rate came in this morning at 4.4% above the 4.3 forecasted. In
Yep.
about 18 minutes, we get personal spending data as well as core PCE data. That might explain some of this choppiness. No sense of direction just yet.
Bid 59.
All right. Come on, silver. Did you get out? Oh, you got out of the short.
Yeah, stop the first one. Nope, I closed the short. I didn't like how choppy it started appearing, and there were
Totally.
some orders on the books that had me thinking buyers were going to show up, and sure enough, they did. But the battle is on between 647 and roughly 696 here.
Yeah. The 9:45 candle is going to show up in 2 minutes.
Yeah, if I take
See how
this
that goes.
this trade here, it's just going to be a quick one because
S41.
oh
Wow.
shit, I'm missing it now.
Bid 58.
It's the right candle, but let's try it.
Right at the 15-minute
Bid 40.
level at 6:02. I mean, I like the short, but I wish it was from higher.
What's the best way to navigating choppy market open for NQ? Don't trade it.
I'll trade it.
Or honestly, I would size way down. I wouldn't trade NQ. I would move down to the micros. If you really want to test the choppiness and think you can scalp out that zone for 10 or 15 or 20 points, first measure ATR and make sure that you're not up against candles that are going to stop you out immediately, and give yourself some breathing room relative to ATR. Good morning, Joe Dirt. Appreciate you saying that. If you have questions on TradersPost, though, and want to know how to set it up for just your own approach, feel free to reach out to us on support. That is our main objective with support, is to help you guys get your trading strategies set up.
"20 seconds for the close of this 15-minute candle. So this is the second trade for the morning for you?
Yeah, this will be number 2. I was going for a quick scalp, but it didn't continue. So we're back into this little choppy range.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. New 50-minute candle. What's the story, Wishbone?
Give it the 41 seconds for this candle to close. I mean, it looks correctly bearish here.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it looks like it could go either way. But
we haven't
if I had
quite
to bet, I
tested
would.
the 600 level yet either.
Yeah.
I don't have much room for this trade at all. But I'm still kind of expecting that if we're going to fall, we fall down to about 524 and close the gap before we rally back up again.
Oh, I see. Silver is joining the NASDAQ in this pullback, which is generally good news for you for the short.
Correct.
Awesome. Nice to hear it, Joe. I'm surprised my scalping strategy didn't take a short here.
Bid 90.
Whoa.
Okay, a lot of buyers are at 610 and 605, so we've got some orders to eat through before the selling continues. S1, as a reminder, is at 600, so that explains the buyers there. Everybody pretty much sees the same thing.
Right. All right, moving my stop up on silver to 375. Ankoff says, I'm trading my 5-minute still short. Awesome. What's your entry price on that short?
$597. All right, that's almost right on my 590 S1 line. It's about halfway through the gap now from the open. I'm going to try to wait this out. I would like to see this gap close, as most gaps do. POC is well above us. Not a ton of additional volume showing up, but I'm imagining that right here below this AEMA and EVWAP, POC is probably going to get drugged down and reestablished at these price points.
The daily unmitigated VWAP level is at 25,280. I just would have expected first to get to 777 before going down there. I'm surprised. Well, yeah, I guess the gap would make sense.
Yeah, I think the gap fill is what I'm aiming for. It will make sense, and it will still be within the range of this support band here, and it'll bounce off of the regression trend right here at the bottom. So looking at the 2-hour chart, this is still a good trade for me to get out and essentially potentially go the other direction here. I could make this into a VWAP reversal.
Right.
Joder says, I've watched that video with you helping Rebecca onboarding over and over to help me learn navigate. You know what? That video is even a little outdated, so I'm glad you're watching it. I hope it's been helpful. We need to make another one and help through some of the new changes we've made to the system.
I'm the cloth got in on the short at 646. That's great. All right, so you enjoy those profits right now.
He's a bit ahead of me. Yeah, I'm at 627. 644, 646 a much better entry. My original 2 entries though were at 673. I wish I would have been able to hang on to those without getting scared out.
Yeah.
Bid 95.
All right, gap close almost complete. Buyers are down at 550 now, which is a little bit above the gap close.
Dollar has fallen and Bitcoin is falling. Crazy. Bitcoin can't catch a bid. My favorite thing to do now is to go around to watch content from all the influencers who are calling a Bitcoin rally and seeing how they deal with
re-rationalize.
The idea. Yeah. So now the whole call is 2026. This is the year. Well, Tom Lee stopped. Tom Lee stopped talking about it. He had the whole thing about saying fun strat. Tom Lee was saying $250,000 for Bitcoin by the end of the year. $12,000 Ethereum, and he is not talking about that anymore. Arthur Hayes, I guess I got to check what he's saying. Raul Paul, it's great.
Okay, up about $75 now across the accounts. I went ahead and took that there. I don't think we're going to get a complete gap close, and mainly because of where buyers keep lifting the offer. Mm-hmm. That looks like the reversal here. So I want to watch to see what forms from here and if a VWAP reversal is possible.
Bid 98.
Yeah, you guys hear the bids going off there?
I love it.
Buyers are trying to push this price back up here.
I would go to sleep to that. Bid 40, 40.
That would drive me crazy.
What drives me crazy is not knowing what the market is doing. That's what, to me, if I could hear every candle. I saw this TED Talk years ago. This guy put a pack on his back that would buzz with the volume of the markets, and I just go,
buzz?
Yeah. And so he after a while he wore it for like, sorry,
he turned into like a weird audio analysis of the volume.
Well, it would vibrate in his body, so the market would move. And he said he got the sense of he could tell how the market was moving. Echolocation style or whatever. And I thought, that's my life. That's what I want. I want that.
I'm telling you, man, I love trading so much that sounds fascinating to me. It doesn't sound absurd or anything. I just love it. We're such a weird group of people.
Oh my God, looks like you call that exit.
You said you wanted to know what the market's going to do. Just rely on me. I got it all figured out here. Totally kidding. I'm not a prophet yet.
All right.
So I think the next move here would be to see if we can actually close above VWAP here. That would be the other side of this regression trend from the open. And I'm going to start monitoring what this trend starts to look like here. But if it wants to continue, then I'll start to get long on the other side.
What if this is dead catting and it rejects at VWAP to go head lower?
That's why we got to wait it out. I want to see how we close on either side. If we reject, reject from here, though, I'll potentially get back in. But The bounce off of S1 is looking like it could be confirmed. We'll have to see from here. On the clock's going to go ahead and hold. All right, my friend. You might do better than I do this morning. As bearish as it looks, that wicks right off of the regression trend to the upside here. And with how bullish this momentum and reversal was from yesterday, I'm expecting a continuation here. So the next move would be to 25,800. Might need to add to my TQs this morning.
Right.
In 98.
In fact, I should get that order set up and ready to go. We already got about 38 shares. We'll probably add another 40 shares here today. Oops.
Oof, about to get a sell signal on the 2-hour NASDAQ. Oh my God, if that happens, that's going to be a nice drop.
Right.
Do I want to enter a short manually here?
Yeah, is
This
this
my
the
favorite
VWAP rejection or do we bounce above VWAP here? Sellers are starting to show up around 630, 635, right at overnight VWAP and session VWAP. Orders are growing at 630. We're at the other side of the downtrend. This I'll let this candle close here in 52 seconds. We'll see where we go from here.
Right.
On the cloth is out. All right. That's looking like a bounce.
Oh, God.
Not the worth.
A little too soon there.
Can't get in fast enough, man. All right, might take a second. Might be 608. 40.
For me, if I miss getting into a trade, I just completely let it go. I hate being late.
It's the right trade. It still broke the upward regression trend and verified that the downtrend continues. So now I can extend this previous regression trend out, and you can see that that's improved its Pearson R score.
Right.
It's looking cleaner. It rejected off of session VWAP. So I would have liked to get in at 615. I'll just have to live with the fact that I'm in at 585.
So, sell signal about to confirm on the 2-hour. Let's see.
So I'm basically selling right on this support band. If this becomes resistance, then we come back to 420 after this, or 400.
Right. Oh, signal will only fire in 3 minutes. Okay, so can't tell yet. Oh, silver, no! Don't give it back. Don't give it back. Do I take my profit now at 600? Do I close it as 375? Do I let it hit the stop? I never know.
That's an
So
interesting.
when in doubt, I just let it go on its own.
What's up, Peter? Are you long or short today? Mentally, I know you're not trading. We'll get you there one day.
I gifted this guy a PropHerm account. I gifted this guy a TradingView subscription, and he will not trade. He is not interested.
It's not in his blood. That's okay. It's not for everybody. What Peter
I never used to bring Peter. Go ahead.
I'm sorry?
I never used to bring Peter to the casino because it was always the worst fun. He just wants to bet $5, and if he loses it, he's ready to leave.
He's the smart player. The idea is to go in and spend as little as possible and get free drinks. It's a good time. Long
And
traders
I'm
post.
just
Oh, good call. I see what you did there. All right, the regression trend continues downward. Not very far though. We have a little bit more to go before we test the low of the session. 554. There's a bunch of buyers. Buyers just showed up at 570 as well, so it could be a little choppy here before we leg down.
one tick away from stopping out on silver.
All right,
In profit, 375 profit, but
minute 14 on the 2 hour. Let's see what happens here. I might have to exit early on this trade.
S40.
exit early on the short. Looks like a pretty good short.
It's a pretty good short, but I'm still expecting buyers to just show up here.
Bid 40.
I'll wait the 40 seconds. Let's see where the 2 hour candle opens. Here come the buyers. Right before the candle.
F- 20 seconds left for the 15-minute. Let's see what the story is. And stopped out on silver. Damn it.
57.
All right.
Bid 41.
Okay, 2 hour candle opens. We're down about 15 points.
S42.
Confirmation.
S44. S43. S48.
Buyers are starting to pull back to 540,
43.
but now the whole candle's getting retraced here.
43.
Jiminy Cricks.
I'm just going to hang out here on the 2 hour chart because I don't want to get scared out by price action.
Smart move.
Besides, I'm only in by a micro here. Let's let it go. See what happens.
I am so surprised it sold off here.
Yeah, I was really expecting some support here. It may still happen.
Well, silver's joining in on the sell-off. So whenever I see stuff like that, it's structural. Damn it, I forgot to check spot gamma again. Why do I have that subscription if I don't look at it?
I thought you were going to cancel it.
Yeah, me too. Some things just renew. Some things just
renew. Well, we haven't quite filled the gap yet. We got a few points to go. It's down here at 528. Buyers have pulled back a little bit to 540 and 535.
Oh, negative gamma. 414 million negative gamma. We're not even at the pull. Well, okay, so plenty of room to the downside then.
The interesting thing about this little move here is that it really wasn't terribly overbought yet. But if I really rely on the 2 hour trend here, you know, I see this as being a potential rejection of this trend. We need to see a little bit further of a move down to close the gap and continue from here. So I want to see a break of about 520. Oh, excuse me.
S45.
Really?
S45.
Sellers are trying to push it down here, and then the buyers immediately come back in and fill their orders.
Yeah.
S42. S40.
Just creeping downward here, Tom. I
This
thought I
is
liked
nice.
shorts because of the panic selling. Where's the panic? This feels like a long. Here, I'll flip it upside down. Doesn't this look like a long to you guys?
That's right. It does. It's that this whole band of support here, like I'd have to see it get below. Well, 526 is where I expected to find support.
Buyers are still at 540, 535. There's a bit more that showed up at 525, which would be at the end of the gap. It's getting real popular here at this price. No worries, Aventura. You gotta take care of that job first. All right, I'm gonna have to pull the plug here.
Yeah, I almost want to go long silver again.
Same deal here. All right, well, if this does end up getting confirmed to the upside, then I want to see what happens around VWAP again. So you only automate your trades, Tom? I think you do some discretion, some automation.
Yeah, I automate on NASDAQ.
That's the beauty of TradersPost, is we can support both discretionary trading and automated trading. If you want to automate your alerts or strategies on TradingView, you're able to do that. You can, of course, turn certain alerts into push button entries. And then we have a Chrome extension we're working on that will be in front of you guys very soon that will let you take your orders straight from Chrome with TradingView on the left-hand side, or TradeEvade, or whatever charting platform you like. We want our order execution command pad, as we're calling it, to be kind of your companion with whatever charting software you use. All right.
All right, I'm going to try a long again on silver.
I don't get it, Tom. I don't understand the congestion here.
Well, it's a market maker's like level there. So we're right around the point where they would be buying orders.
Yep.
But if it breaks down below there, look out below.
That's what I'm thinking.
All right. Well, I am ready to end it here.
At 41.
Look at that. It looks pretty bearish on NASDAQ.
I don't want to. I've been missing this whole move. I overtraded this. I don't like it. All right. At least we're up a little bit here this morning. About 130 on each account. Yeah, each time it looks like it's going to sell off, the buyers just step right back in again. So they are lifting the offer from 535 to 540, and there's some new buyers that are showing up here at 550 as well. I've seen a lot of these lately over these last couple of sessions, Tom. These weird consolidation zones that kind of chop around in 10-point moves for 15, 20 minutes sometimes, and then eventually find some momentum. Oh, by the way, I didn't even look at the PCE data. All right, came in as expected, so nothing burger.
Odds for a cut in March has decreased.
Now I'll take a look at the FedWatch tool. January 28th. Okay, yep. 95% probability that we are going to see another pause. 84% probability we remain paused in March.
Right.
71% chance we remain paused in April.
It's not, I mean, that's not good. Well,
we're not going to see a rate cut until the 17th of June, potentially.
Unless a major market event happens.
Correct. Unless new economic data comes in and the government actually releases that data. Okay, I'm feeling pretty spot on about where these exit levels should be. But we need to see a decent reversal. To be honest, my hope has been to be in a long this morning because I'm very bullish at the moment.
Right.
The trend is reversed. I don't really expect a big bearish move today. Joe Dirt asks, you can manually enter and exit trades with TradersPost without having coded lines. Yes, you can. I can show you a demo of sort of my rough draft version of this Chrome extension. As you can see here on the right-hand side, I'm just sending my entries and exits through to webhooks here. This is not a very attractive looking version of this tool. Let me show you kind of a sneak peek at what I'm working on. Should be on, let's see. Oh, shoot. You know what, guys? I have the sneak peek version elsewhere that's in development, but it is a pretty cool looking keypad that will have all of your JSON templates kind of prepared for you to click. It'll have sort of a built-in lockout feature. It'll allow you to switch between your strategies and very quickly navigate through how you want to send over your trades. And then in Tradeovate, I checked their terms and they don't have anything explicitly about listening to the price. So it will send over the signal price and let you set a take profit and a stop loss. But for TradingView, we can't read the page. So you have to manually type in the signal price if you want your take profits and stop losses to work properly with brokers like Tradeovate that don't support market data. It'll work on wealth charts. It'll work on Ninja Trader, Tasty Trade. I'm kind of like going through the main popular charting platforms. But essentially, it'll just live on the right-hand side there like you saw, and you just click the button to get into your trade. You click the button to get out of your trade, and it's that simple. I mean, it's going to look a lot more beautiful than this. This is like this was my developer engineer version that was just designed to see if I can make it work.
Yeah, the new version looks pretty slick, I gotta say.
New version's much more slick, yeah. I go into two different modes. First is my engineer mind, and then my designer mind comes in after that and says, how can we make this look awesome?
All right. So I'm ready to end it there, Mike.
Call it there.
Let's go ahead.
PFC just got reestablished here. It looks like some congestion. Buyers are really showing up here. I'm expecting a reversal. Don't know about you guys, but I do think that we're probably going to see a big bounce here for the rest of the session. So I'm hoping to get long. Hope you guys are doing well and taking good trades here today. If you have any questions on TradersPost, though, as always, feel free to reach out.
Awesome. We'll be back later on today at 3 p.m. where we're going to be going over a script where we'll be able to export trades from your TradersPost dashboard and plop them onto the TradingView chart, but in such a way as the TradingView chart will actually take the trades. It's sort of like a custom strategy, so you can see what it looks like with anyways, you could see your trades plotted on TradingView in your favorite trading platform. We'll also be back tomorrow.
Trade markups. That's what I'm pumped about, is the ability to go back and look at all of my actual executed trades on TradingView and go, shouldn't have taken the trade there.
I like the idea of also like overlaying other indicators on there to be like, hey, what would have what indicator or something like that would have prevented a trade or allowed me to take more of a profit for something or whatever in order to analyze your trades.
Yep.
So should be pretty interesting. I said I'll be 3 p.m. today on Blueprint, and we'll be back tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. for even more price action live. Because friends, don't let friends trade alone.
I love being here every morning with you, Tom, and you guys as well. Joe Dirt, thanks for joining us on The Cloth, Aventura, Jarmo, all of our favorites that keep attending. Appreciate you guys so much. We'll see you on the next one.
So